Okay, this is episode 10. Let's just jump right in.
On July 28th, 2010, Makise Kurisu was ripped from this world. Amadeus and Salieri. The story of those two men holds special meaning for me. I loved Kurisu. Adored her even.
They were like friendly rivals.
But on top of that, I respected her.
Yeah.
I aspired to be like her.
I feel like this is going to be a really Maho-centered episode.
Yo, Maho! I'd like to welcome you to our new powered-up prep room.
I thought he was
Referring to the
abducted.
coffee table and couch.
Yes, it calls to mind one of my favorite quotes. Keeping it simple is the secret on the long journey towards truth.
And whose words would those be?
They're mine, naturally. Anywho, how's Amadeus?
I just finished running the final system checks. We should be able to launch it now with no issues. You want me to do that?
Of course.
Long time no see. Hi, ma'am.
Well, no complications.
But what did they do to it?
Negative. Or none that I'm aware of in any case. All good here.
Good indeed. I'll let Okabe know everything's in order now.
Because remember, she
But
called
even if he knows
him.
that I'm restored, I'm still not certain that he'll be willing to talk.
Why say that?
I get the feeling he likes...
Quite all right. Lots happened since then. I've been thinking it's about time that I got on with my life.
Is that what he's really thinking, though? Because from my perspective, he can't get on with all this weird stuff happening.
Because I always know just how to get there. As far as I'm concerned, all you're good for is squirming around in garbage. You're the lowest of the low, and you answer to me.
Wow.
Got that, punk?
What is going on?
That's Sergeant Clean. Nye's been known to become a whole different person when she does housework.
That's an understatement.
But if we do a good enough job, maybe she'll reward us with a little more than just your usual sweetness.
Who invited you here, Hack?
No talking! Did somebody say something creepy?
It was me, Sergeant!
Wipe that stupid smirk off your face! I've got an idea. From now on, I'm gonna call you Mr. Smiley Bear! You like that, Mr. Smiley Bear?
Yes, I do, Sergeant Clean!
That's just dandy, Mr. Smiley Bear! Now get your butt into the hall and sweep the whole thing up and down 10 times!
Sir, yes, sir! Right away, Sergeant Clean!
He's enjoying this way more than is
Uh-huh.
appropriate.
What exactly is the point here?
Almost forgot.
Okabe? Hi.
Hi, it's been a minute.
You haven't changed at all.
Yeah, same to you.
Duh, of course I haven't. I'm AI, remember?
So is he okay talking to the AI now because he just got a dose of real Makise in that other world line that he was in momentarily? And he's not quite so desperate for the interaction? I don't know. It's hard to tell what'd be going through your head.
I don't know. This
There we
circuit
go.
board! Look what a beautiful pattern it makes, like a work of art!
Akihabara.
Is this an IFX 008 image sensor? What on earth is it
You
doing
can get
here?
whatever you need there.
Yeah, crazy.
Who knew Akihabara had cool places like...
Really want it that badly?
Yeah, but it's not actually for me. After Kurisu died, her mom put one in her bedroom. She knew how much Kurisu loved these, and it made her feel better. But it was lost in the fire.
I didn't know there was a fire.
That's why
This is
I
interesting.
wanted to give it to Kurisu's
There was a
mom as
fire at her
present.
house.
Is that all right?
Of course. What a nice thought.
Want to go inside? Can't leave for America until I do.
This place?
She wants to go to the actual spot.
Building where Makise Kurisu lost her life. Where she drew her last breath. If you'd rather not go in, that's fine. I'll go alone, just say where.
How does she know that he knows exactly where it was?
It's quieter than I expected.
Most of the shop's already moved because it's getting torn down soon. No one really uses it these days.
What are they going to do with the time machine when it gets torn down? She's realizing that this is very close to him. And in this version, he's the one who killed her too.
Fine. Why can't we travel through time the same way we're able to move around so freely in space? Right now, I'm standing on the same spatial axis where Kursu died. And yet just because the temporal axis is slightly off, I can't stop her death from happening.
It would make no difference. If you were on the same axis of time and space, you'd still be powerless.
How can you be so sure about that?
He
I
knows.
discussed it with Kurisu.
Oh,
Kurisu.
No.
Okabe! Are you alright?
No, he's not alright.
What can I do?
Forgive me.
There's nothing to forgive. I can see how much you cared for Kurisu. This is all my fault. I'm the one who brought us here.
No, don't worry about it.
Hey, did you really just meet Kurisu at a seminar? Because it doesn't seem that way. And I wonder, how long did you and Kurisu actually know each other? For a month? 2 maybe? No, the way you talk about her leads me to believe it was a lot longer than that.
Even in real terms, it was like 3 weeks.
How do you know so much about her?
But for him, it was a long time. Really long.
Because I'm the one who... I'm sorry.
I understand. It's clear something went on between you two that you can't talk about. We can leave it at that.
Thank you, Hyajo. Her legacy. Hold on.
Meaning, I have Kursu's laptop. With all her notes and theories intact, her research data and her private data too. Her personal computer. The burglar who broke into my hotel, that must have been what they wanted.
Where is it?
I can't figure out her password, so I'm having a trustworthy source analyze it to try and hack in.
No, you can't!
There's no such thing as a trustworthy
Kursu's
source.
computer must not be opened! It's Pandora's box! The data inside is a curse that leads to the annihilation of the entire globe!
What are you saying?
Don't you hear me? The race to build a time machine leads America and Russia into deadly conflict with each other. Both countries are after the data on that laptop.
You're overwhelming her, man. She doesn't know any of this.
It's the spark that ignites war, that brings about World War III!
I can't believe it. World War III?
Why does she immediately believes him too? Wow. No under credit scene. Now I do want to talk here. He just unloaded on her. She wasn't ready for any of that, but she trusts him enough already that she is trusting what he's saying, just like that. Now, while I was going back and editing the other videos, I did kind of figure out somewhat what was going on in the timeline that he was in with Kurisu for like an episode. And I noticed the things that are different. They never met at the radio building. She didn't have her time travel theory finished until after she met Okabe. Whereas in the original, she had it done. That's what Dr. Nakabachi stole. So whoever has a working time machine, whenever they get it, they stopped her from meeting her father, Dr. Nakabachi, at that seminar. Either she didn't go to it, or she did go to it and didn't meet with him, and therefore didn't bump into Okabe on her way. One or the other. So I'm not sure. They had to have done that on purpose, but I'm not sure for what reason yet. Why choose that specific thing to change if you have a time machine? But we'll see.